The number one team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, traveled to Champaign, Illinois to play the Illinois Fighting Illini. So, Ohio State goes ahead and wins this game 34-16. This game was never in doubt for Ohio State, especially early. This team came off the bench, off the bus, firing on all cylinders. Yes, did they settle for a field goal in the first drive? Sure. But it was all Buckeyes after that first drive in the first half. Really, this game was 34-10. There was a garbage time touchdown. And really, I mean, the second half kind of drags it down. The first half, they played very well. It was 20-3. But Ohio State probably played more of like a B- game this game, or maybe even a C+ game. Did not play well in the second half. Ryan Day even came out and said that he felt their team lost focus, especially on defense. Julian played well. He went 19 for 27 for 166 and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Yes, that the 19 for 27 is fine. That's 75%, which is lower than the 80%, but he's I think still at 78-79% for the year, which is still number one in the country. The only concerning thing with Julian would be that 166 passing yards. That's kind of my only what's kind of going on there. And it's not that he didn't play well. I mean, he had a high completion rate. It's just the game plan from Ryan Day was very conservative this day, which was there wasn't a lot of punts. You're asking, okay, well, there wasn't a lot of punts. We scored on most of our drives, and we scored 34. Why is it 166? And that is because the defense had 3 turnovers that led to touchdowns on all 3. The defense on turnovers, you had the Caden McDonald strip from the running back, the Jermaine Matthews strip on Luke Altmaier, and then you had the tipped ball by Jermaine, which led to a Peyton Pierce interception. And that's why you had 3 scoring drives that were all touchdowns by Ohio State that were 35 yards or less, which is why that passing yards is at 166 and maybe not like a 230, which is kind of what I predicted. I predicted this game almost to a T. I said Ohio State was going to win something like 31-10 with it being like 14-3 at halftime. Well, they won 34. It was 34-16, really like 34-10. And the score was 20-3 at halftime. So I think I actually predicted this game pretty well. Luke Altmaier played fine. He went 30 for 44, 248, a touchdown, and then that pick that was tipped. Should have actually had a second pick, but Igbinosun dropped it. And kind of talking about Igbinosun, they were really letting him play, and I think part of that just because they let them play on Ohio State's receiver. Jermaine was getting interfered with a lot, or not Jermaine. Excuse me. Jeremiah was getting held this whole game, which is, I mean, it's expected. We've seen that a lot from Jeremiah this year and how guys are and teams and these defenders are trying to take him away. Carnell Tate had some really good catches where he extended his body. Jeremiah had that. There was that not touchdown. So Julian threw the ball deep on the left hash, or not the left hash, the left sideline, and Jeremiah brought it in, had possession, went down, went out of bounds, and the Illinois guy, defender, punched it loose, and they called it an incompletion. That was a catch. I don't think that was an incompletion. So that maybe would have got Julian up to that 200 mark. I mean, aside from that, the red zone issues are coming along slowly. Running the ball is still an issue. I mean, Bo looks good running the ball, but the thing is you can't run Bo every single time. And I feel bad because Bo's actually not even getting a lot of touchdowns because CJ Donaldson is taking all of the touchdowns in the red zone. He's not very good. CJ Donaldson, he looks slow. He had a couple good runs where he lowered the shoulder and kind of went on top of some guy. But he's just, I mean, we're running the ball 3 times with him up the middle in the red zone, and he's just not getting anywhere, and we have to get it on 4th or kick a field goal, and I'm kind of tired of it, but we have to. You can't run Bo every play. He's already kind of banged up. But, I mean, in the process of the red zone, the red zone defense, it's magic. It is, there's no other words but magic. I mean, I don't, these guys, if you're a D1 football player, you are fast. You can run the ball. You can bench hundreds of pounds, squat, what, like, and the fact that, I mean, when they're first and goal, I mean, it's this much. Sometimes it's this, I mean, it is this much. They can't get it. They're like, I'm gonna bring up a photo on my phone. And I actually thought it was super funny. All the football players were reposting this, and I actually agree with it a lot. I mean, talk about Ohio State's defense. It's that. That is Ohio State's defense. It's a brick wall. I mean, they're, again, for the billionth time in the past 2 seasons. I mean, Purdue, Michigan, Nebraska, Penn State, Texas again, Tennessee, Illinois, Washington, Minnesota. It's just, it doesn't matter. They can't get in the end zone. And, I mean, yes, and that is me saying that with Illinois having 2 red zone touchdowns. But I mean, that first one, it was at the 1. Caden Curry makes a phenomenal tackle. I mean, what a play from him. You had the time alone, what Joel Costa said, the ballerina where he spins and tackles him, and then the incompletion to Igbenogson, who, again, they were letting him play all day. These Big Ten refs do not call holding or pass interference that often. They kick the field goal. It happens again where Altmaier pulls the ball, literally scrambling, and then gets tackled like at the inch-yard line. And then it happens again on a throw where Sonny makes the tackle. And then they run it up the gut, don't get it, or something like that. And then on 4th and goal at the inch-yard line, some BS where it's a toss play. Then he flips it, he tosses it again. Some stupid, overtime, 2-point conversion, like some stupid trick play, and that's what it took to get in. Their second red zone, the receiver literally just pushed Aaron Scott over, just like pushed him. So I don't know. Maybe they would have scored anyways, but that was kind of iffy. And that was in garbage time. Aaron Scott's not a starter. So that's how they got to their 16 points. The game plan was still, I mean, watching the game, I never felt like how the Washington game felt, where it's like, oh my God, we're scoring 30 seconds left in the half or 3 minutes left in the half or whatever. I mean, they scored early. I mean, they scored 10 in both of the first 2 quarters. But the game plan was a little bit more conservative. I do wonder if Day's letting Brian Hartline call all of the plays. I actually don't know. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. The only other thing was, oh my God, Austin Sareveld and Max Clare. What the hell are you doing? When I felt stupid because it's a screen pass or whatever, it was underneath, like reverse, whatever you want to call it, to Jeremiah. And when I saw that happen, I thought back to the Ohio game. I said touchdown. And because Max Clare and Austin Sareveld, the left tackle and the tight end, are blocking one dude, and he literally walks past both of them, and they don't touch him. It's the same like shit that I get upset about when I'm playing College Football 26, because I'm like, well, this is stupid. They're not blocking. Why would you not block them? And then it happens in real life, and it's just like, I feel stupid because I called touchdown and he splits the guys, the 2, Max Clare and Austin Sareveld, and absolutely just chop blocks Jeremiah. And he goes into the air and falls on his neck, and he's hurt and he's screaming in pain. I'm like, God damn it, what are we doing? And I'm just like, pull him from the game. And don't even, if he's hurt, don't even play him against Wisconsin. We're gonna shut him out. Like, I get the Heisman thing. He can win the Heisman next year. Carnell's gonna be up. That's the year where it's like you can force feed him. You don't have to. There's no one else who's gonna be taking away his targets a lot next year. I feel bad. He scored a touchdown. He had like a goal line fade right after. But they're gonna get. I mean, I'm not gonna say much because they're gonna get it. Day's gonna scream at him after the play. Or I guess who's the tight ends coach? It's Keenan Bailey, and then offensive line is, oh my God, Tyler Bowen. So I bet they'll hear a lot from that. I don't know if you've seen the clip, but I think it was after a delay of game, but Day was screaming, cursing, like F-bombing. Fox had to turn off the mic. That's how bad it was. And I mean, that is what Saban was. And I'm seeing so much from Day of what Saban was, and how kind of you're just never happy. You're screaming at players when they do something wrong, but still kind of rewarding them when they do stuff right. So I mean, I thought that was really funny. And actually, I'm like, yeah, get him, coach. There was actually another thing. It was like 3rd and goal, and Jeremiah kind of just threw it out of bounds when Carnell, I think, had like a post, or not, an out route, or corner, whatever you want to call it. And they were having a little discussion on the sideline, and I'm like, that's good. I want to see that. That's what a leader does. So I was excited to see that from Julian. Only other thing, I mean, Lorenzo and Edric were out. Edric is kind of, because he kind of got benched. I guess rotational starter. And then Lorenzo was out. So they actually, instead of putting Devin Sanchez, the true freshman corner, the 5-star, they actually put Jermaine at slot and Devin out wide. And Devin actually looked good. He had a pass interference call, which I thought was but I wasn't going to complain too much, because, I mean, they called that one, but not the Iggy one. It should have been the opposite, but I was like, whatever. So, yeah, I think Devin played good. This might, I mean, roster-wise, are they better than 2019 and 2024? No, but Patricia is better than Jeff Halfley and Jim Knowles, especially Jim Knowles. Which, unfortunately, Jim Knowles is not going to be the interim head coach when he plays Ohio State. Unfortunate, but I mean, I don't know. Patricia, this roster on defense is still phenomenal. I think Matt Patricia is the best defensive coordinator Ryan Day has ever had. He is an absolute wizard. The only weakness for him right now is when you go into no huddle, it kind of catches him off guard a little bit, which I think they'll adjust. No one's really run no huddle on them this year. But man, this might be one of the best defenses he's ever had at Ohio State. Maybe the last 20 years. I mean, it was at 5. I think now it's at like 8.5 points, which is still number 1 in the country. But the defense is phenomenal. I mean, what can you say? I mean, Ohio State covered on the road against a ranked opponent by 18 while playing like a B- game. Sounds pretty good to me.